An eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. Or does it? In the 18th century, the death penalty was used as a severe and critical punishment for people who broke or disobeyed the law. In the belief of many people, specifically people who have strong religious views or backgrounds, view this type of punishment as immoral or inhumane. But throughout the United States, the death penalty is strongly divided, a mixture of those for and against it. Presently, 33 states are for it, leaving the 17 other states abolishing it, according to Death Penalty Information Center. I believe the death penalty should be legal in every state throughout the whole nation. There are many reasons as to why I am for the death penalty, and this includes dissuasion, morality, and because the opposing arguments just isn't secure. I will disprove the ideas that the death penalty is unconstitutional, reverse mistakes are made, and finally that there is an imbalance of race and income levels. The purpose of capital punishment greatly averts citizens from committing crimes such as murder. A lot of people are afraid of death. Therefore, if they know that death is or could be the consequence of their actions, they are less likely to commit such actions. A professor named Ernest van den Haag wrote about the issue of dissuasion, and he stated that capital punishment is likely to deter more than any other punishment because people fear death more than anything else, and since society has a high interest in preventing murder, it should use the strongest punishment available to prevent murder. So some may argue that there isn't enough evidence to use dissuasion as an argument for the death penalty. Sometimes it takes a long time for prisoners on death row to even be executed, but that can show the effectiveness of dissuasion if punishments are carried more rapidly, quickly, are better examples to others. Next, the death penalty also carries an eye for an eye, or retribution. Professor J. Bardziewski once said, "Deserved punishment protects society by morally restoring this just order, making the wrongdoer pay a price equivalent to the harm he or she has done." So when someone murders another person, it unravels and disturbs the peace of the society or community. Dissuasion serves justice for murder victims and their families. Many people view this as vengeance or revenge or hate, but this dissuasion isn't motivated by hatred, rather than it's motivated by the need of justice for the murder victim, or an eye for an eye. The death penalty puts justice back in a sense of balance after being unfairly tilted toward the criminal. The morality of the death penalty has been critically and hotly debated for many years. Those opposed to the death penalty say that this is immoral or inhumane for the government to take one's life under any circumstance. And this guy named Immanuel Kant refuted that by saying, society that is not willing to demand a life of somebody who has taken somebody's life is simply immoral. From proncron.org. When the criminal is executed, he isn't executed in a inhumane way. No torture, no cruelty. It's no cruelty in any way. It's a lethal injection. Many people also argue that the death penalty may cause possibilities of executing the innocent person. With 33 states that have the death penalty, this hasn't happened since 1976. It's like saying confidence of a mistake shouldn't serve as grounds to eliminate the penalty in any more than risk of having a fatal crash should make automobiles abolished or illegal. It is true that there is an imbalance when it comes to ethnicity and race, that minorities deal with the death penalty more, according to Guardian.com. Punishments are targeted on persons, not an ethnicity group or, a specific race. Guilt is conscious and a personal issue. It doesn't matter what race you come from or what background you come from. If you're guilty, you're guilty, and you must receive the appropriate punishment, and in certain cases that may be the death penalty. Capital punishment is a difficult issue to approach because people have such extreme measures or beliefs on the topic. The death penalty is effective, and it's an asset to the society. It deters potential criminals, and as well as it serves punishment to criminals, and it's no way immoral or inhumane. And the death penalty isn't, the opposing view isn't secure when closely looking or examining it. And it's significant that the death penalty can be an extremely effective tool in sentencing such criminals and doing the worst of crimes, such as murder. And there should be a law passed that it shouldn't be abolished in any states, and we should do something about this. It should be passed as a law that death penalty is throughout the whole nation, so justice could be served.